Hello, I'm going to be reading chapter 1 of this book. We are starting on Wednesday, April 10th, 1912 at noon. The steam whistles of the RMS Titanic bellowed a farewell as the immense ship eased into the harbor channel of Southampton in England. It was an awesome sight. The crowd on the dock ran alongside the mighty Titanic as it slowly made its way to sea. On the docks, people yelled and waved handkerchiefs at the hundreds of lucky passengers on board. Passengers called goodbyes and last messages from the Titanic's many decks. Far up on the boat deck, the ship's band played cheerful music, which added to the excitement. The Titanic passed two ocean liners, the Oceanic and New York, as it moved down the channel. They seemed like toy boats next to the massive Titanic. The Titanic's four huge funnels, or smokestacks, loomed over those of the other ships. The crowd on the dock cheered with pride as the colossal, queenly Titanic headed to the open sea on its first voyage. Then, suddenly, a sound like gunfire echoed from the decks of the New York. 6 hawsers, the steel cables that anchored the ocean liner in place, broke off and snaked through the air toward the dock. The panicked crowd screamed and ducked. On board the Titanic, passengers crowded the ship's rail and watched in horror as the New York drifted across the water. The smaller ship headed straight for the Titanic's black hull, as if drawn by an invisible force. Officers on the New York shouted orders, and its sailors rushed to and fro. They draped mats over the side of the boat, hoping to soften the inevitable collision. It seemed as though nothing could prevent a crash, but then the Titanic took charge. Its pilot ordered the port engine to surge. The engine rumbled with power, forcing water away from the Titanic. The swelling water pushed the smaller ship away at the last possible moment. Passengers on the Titanic sighed with relief as a pair of tugboats came alongside the New York and towed it out of their ship's path. After a short delay, the Titanic was again on its way. Many of the Titanic's passengers were impressed by the officers in charge of their ship. Their quick thinking had avoided the accident. The passengers were also proud to be the first on board this unsinkable ship. The Titanic was the largest moving object on the surface of the planet. It was so big it could pull and push another ocean liner as if it were a rubber duck. As the passengers settled into their cabins for the voyage across the ocean, one woman turned to the crewman carrying her luggage. "Is this ship really unsinkable?" she asked. "Yes, lady," the crewman replied with confidence. "God himself could not sink this ship."